Why your business should be running Google Ads in 2023. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to set up your own Google campaign, show you why it's the best for high intent leads, and also third for the most cost effective way of growing your business in 2023. Let's jump right on into it. So right now we are in a dummy account, right? So if you look back here on the board, it's all the industries that I've worked with in 33 plus industries. I know it's kind of hard to see. And my next video is be showing how we grew an auto detailer from $300 a month to over $10,000 a month with only Google Ads, with a low budget of around $25 to $30 a day, and increasing that to $40 a day towards the end. First, get started with Google Ads. You need to create an account, right? So you're going to go to Google Ads. You go to Google, type in Google Ads, and you're going to create an account. Now, if you already have an account, and you can either be in an MCC account where you hold multiple accounts if you're an agency or a business, or you have a single account, right? So once you go in and make the account, right, you are going to be in this overview section, right? And if it makes you create a campaign, just put some random stuff, just press submit, and then just go in and delete it, and then restart here. Okay, so now first, we are going to press new campaign. Now, once we get to this point, we're going to have multiple different options here. So we have sales, leads, website traffic, promotion and brand awareness, app promotion, local store visits and promotion, and create a campaign without goals guidance. My number one tip is to go to create a campaign without a goals guidance so Google doesn't take more restrictions of us. We want to be able to control the exact way that we want to run the ad, right? And the exact way how we put it out in front of people. So whether it's sales, leads, traffic, I would 1000% press create a goals guidance. You need more sales in your business, you need more leads, website traffic, just press create a campaign without goals guidance and you'll get with these couple of options here. By far, the number one campaign type is the search ad, unless you're running YouTube ads, right? The search ad is when you look up on Google and you search up like lawyer near me, and then you have a bunch of firms pop up on that top search bar, right? Or dentist near me, or that sort of thing. So 1000%, if you're looking for leads, go search, sales, there's more shopping stuff, but you can make some search in there with that. YouTube would be a different video. Smart campaigns are not the most cost effective, but there are a way for getting leads, but you can save money by running search when you run it correctly. Now you can choose whatever you're looking for, whether for website visits, phone calls. We just put a phone number in there, right? Blah, blah, blah. Campaign. You want to name this campaign. So if you're an HVAC company, or let's just say you're an HVAC company. You want to do AC repair, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to write this as AC repair, right? Because this is the campaign and we want to target one specific service in one specific location per campaign. Now, Google is going to put you in the bidding, right? So you can either go to clicks, impression share, conversions, that sort of thing, right? It's always the best way to get as many clicks as possible so your Google campaign gets more data in. And when you have more data in, you can start to target your conversion value, meaning the amount of clicks, you will always want to do maximize clicks to start, right? And then when you know your numbers a little bit and you do some research and you see the cost and the CPC, you see that the average industry is, 40 cents a click, right, in your area. And you're like, okay, I want all of the clicks. So you're going to bet higher than that. And then that's your maximum cost per click from Google. So this is very important that you need to uncheck display network. Display network are those banner ads, and it's a lot of cheap clicks that go through, and you're not going to get your highest quality leads coming through the display network. Now, search network is networks partnered with Google, like Bing and other search engines that they partner with. They show their ads on. So it really just depends. If you want the most high quality leads coming from Google, then you're just gonna unclick that. But if you want a little bit more volume to start, you can leave it on and then uncheck it later, right? Now, this is the most important part is your location, right? Because you don't want to have your ad run. You could have the best ad in the world, but if it's not going to the right place in front of the right people, it does not matter. So what you'll want to do is put in the locations that you want to target. So for example, if you are in Orlando, Florida, and let's just choose here. You can also put in zip codes, right? And yeah, so it kind of shows you from there, and you can exclude, and then you can do radiuses as well, 20 miles. So you change it to kilometers if you don't know miles. My recommendation is around 15 to 10. Now you want to choose the second and the second on these. So target. The first one says presence or interest. People in, regularly in, or have shown interest in your targeted locations. This is recommended. When Google says recommended, you want to do the opposite. So you don't want people that are shown interest, and you want people that live in the location, right? People that are in there regularly. So that's why we choose that. And we don't want to do search interest because then we'll have somebody from Ohio searching up for AC repair in Orlando, Florida, right? It just doesn't make any sense. Um, and then for the second one, exclude. So you want to exclude the presence or interest of people in or regularly in, meaning people not just coming in for town, right? You want to get people that live there or most likely have been there a lot, but they kind of just going through a lot, right? You want to make sure that you charge, you start at English, unless you know your Spanish or whatever different language, right? And then you don't have to worry about this. This is a little bit more advanced, but this is kind of just a basic guide to set everything up. Now the ad rotation, right? So Google will go into and optimize it itself, right? Or you can do it yourself by do not optimizing, and then you can change in the ads when the best ones are doing it. It's a little bit labor intensive, but you normally see the best results when you do it yourself. Start end dates. I normally don't put end dates, right? It just depends on how long you want to run. You just turn them off. Ad schedule. For the ad schedule, you have to make sure this is correct. You want to choose your business hours, or if you have a personal assistant, to take the calls during specific times because every call, costs money, right? So you don't want to miss a call. So just make sure your ad schedule's in the right place. If you want to block out a day, all days 9 to 5, right? And then you can kind of mess with it a little bit later on. If you see Mondays aren't performing as best, you just reallocate the budget to the other days and just take off Mondays, right? Um, Now this is the fun part. Google has this broad match and exact match and phrase match. It all means is broad match is if somebody searches up, for example, computers in multiple different sentences, if that word computers pops up, um, it has a high probability of becoming popping up for them, right? But it counters that because if they're not looking to buy a computer, which you're trying to sell, they want to look up how long does a computer last, right? Yeah, it might pop up if that's not what you don't want to target, right? It's something that you don't want to target that revolves around a computer. Sorry, I have a little head fart. I'm having a little brain fart. Phrase match, meaning the phrase it matches close to what you're saying. It matches to the other ones that are close to what it's saying, but not as big as broad, right? And the exact match is people looking up directly for computers. So if you were bidding on the word computers for sale, if you typed in computers for sale exactly, depending on how high you're bidding, you should be popping up first for it or in the top three. And now what you can do is you can take your competitive, your number one guy in your area, and you can type in their URL. So let's go ahead and do that really quick. Let's go here. Let's go Orlando HVAC. Let's go top guy here. Well, if they have a high call volume, that means they're doing pretty well, right? Okay.
And you can also put the services that you want to do, so like AC repair, um, that sort of thing, right? And you want to make sure you have very location specific keywords, right? So now they're saying the average cost per click is around $3.56. So if I were to bid personally, I would bid around $4.50, right? And so it all just depends on how you want to do it. Personally, that we like phrase match and exact match, but we have some campaigns with broad as well. It just depends on what niche and what area, and how broad are people really searching up the terms, right? You can use the Google Keyword Planner to look up more keywords. It tons of different tools. And if you want to convert these words to all key phrase and phrase match, you want to write down everything that you want to do and you've done your research, you can go up to here. Um, Okay, so for example, this word keyword match type tool.com, you're going to go into all your words that you put, right? You put together a list, like you did some keyword research and you figured out what you wanted to do. Okay, let's copy and paste it. And let's say you want to do, like I said, only broad, let's say you only want to do phrase match and exact match, right? So what we do is we come down, we would select phrase and exact. And then we're going to press make keyword list. Here it is. We're going to copy this because it needs the little, the asterisks and all of that in there. We're going to here. We're going to paste it in here, and now we are good to go. And this would be considered one ad group, right? Um, Normally, you want to have around 3 different ads per ad group, meaning like 3 different headlines, 3 different descriptions, so it can just test out and see which one does the best, right? A very important part to this next part is making sure that you're sending your PPC traffic to a funnel or a landing page. Now, there will be a video coming up soon, but you can easily look up how to make a landing page. But if you do not send it to a landing page, you send it to your website, you will be losing out a lot of money really fast because the average attention span of a human is 3 to 5 seconds. And if they click onto your website and they lose you in 3 to 5 seconds, then you're not going to have a lot of fun, right? You're going to lose a lot of money. So you want to put the URL to this landing page pretty much. So like, for example, boom, display path, you want to show them what they're going for. So if they're looking for AC repair, right, we're going to do AC repair, and this is what it'll look like in the back end. So they know what it looks like. Okay. Now, they give you ideas for headlines, right? I always like to have personally number one best industry in your area. So, for example, um, number one, Orlando. You could do HVAC, or you want to do specifically targeted AC repair. You can do AC repair company, right? Or you can do your own brand name, but it's really up to you. And then headline, I like to have one of these as pinned as my number one, meaning so it doesn't spin around, right? It just stays number one. So anytime you test different headlines, right, you see number one Orlando AC Repair Company followed by deals. So for example, you can do one time, um, first time repairs, 50% off or something crazy like that, right? Or depending on which market, you could be like $150, $200, right? It really just depends on like where you're at, how you're trying to finance these things. You can even do financing, right? I know a lot of roofers, right? They put in, you know, um, find out how to finance your roof. That's huge, right? That's fine. That's fine. So then we would create multiple different headlines and then we would let those spin around, right? Let me just actually show you guys because this is kind of annoying, actually. And it puts little, separators in between. So then it just goes throughout it, right? Subscriptions, right? You want to have a couple different subscriptions as well. You can be like, being the number one HVAC company in Orlando, we are looking to put you first. Just some different stuff. You can either do some competitive research, right? So if I go back over here, we can say, hey, which ones are working, right? So for example, fast, reliable, same day, right? So if I wanted to get some inspiration, I would just literally just copy it, come in here, paste it, okay? And so here, we take out a bunch, right? Fast, reliable, same day AC installation. Now, how can we take this and make it better for the appealing customer, right? So we could, instead of fast and reliable, we can do 24/7 same day installation service, right? Licensed and insured. And we can keep licensed and insured if you want, or you want to make it change it up, right? You can put number one Orlando HVAC company. Licensed and insured, right? So then you just come over here, delete, boom. And then you just create another as well, right? So for here, you can add to your, your campaign, right? So site links and call outs are really good ways to add and take up more real estate on the page, right? Because if I'm looking here, they have some different stuff that they can click on, right? But for regular ads, for example, let's just do near me, right? So let's do HVAC. As you can see, they have 1, 2, 3, all in the same area, right? If I come here, they don't have any site links, they don't have any call outs, so they're only keeping this small little thing, right? So that's more, like I see this, I might just scroll down, right, back to the maps, So it's important to take up as much real estate as you can. With that, you can add site link extensions, call out text, you can say, hey, we 100% get a satisfaction guaranteed. See if I spell that right. Nope. 100%. Fine, I'll just leave it like that, right? Okay. And then so site links, as you saw with there, you can add different things that you want to send them through. You can send them different landing pages, different services, right? If they're not looking for direct AC repair, but they're looking for an HVAC company, you can put in, instead if you're targeting AC repair, right? And you also have a plumbing side to the HVAC company, right? You can be like, plumbing services available as well. Just some simple stuff, and then add to a different landing page, not your website, a different landing page. And then it'll kind of just increase it, right? It literally looks like the one that we showed earlier with multiple different, and we want to take as much real estate as possible to take away from your competitors, right? Now we're going to the budget, right? So normally for, AC repairs and stuff like that, normally you spend a lot of money per day, around 100, 150, $200, but you can do whatever you want, right? So as we know, if we get 1,062 weekly clicks, right? So if we go to the calculator, let's just use that number. So if we spend, let's just say we spend $3,990, right? We get 1,062 clicks. 1,062 clicks. And the industry average is 2 to 5%. So we times that by point, I'll even be nice, I'll do 0.5%. This is how many leads we're going to get spending almost $3,000. We're only getting 53 leads, right? But, most of our campaigns right now, 61 or 60, it doesn't matter. Most of our campaigns are converting at 20% or higher. We've had highs of 35 and 42. So if we just do the bare minimum at 20, 212 leads So we 4x the lead count. And then now if you have a repair job or, plumbing job that's worth, a grand, $500, then a couple grand, I mean, it gets real, right? And your budget doesn't normally have to be this high. It just depends on what industry you have, right? Orlando's a pretty competitive area. So if they have a $3 cost per click, it really just depends on how many clicks you want and what's your conversion rate, right? Because if you have a 20% conversion rate, that means, every 100 clicks, you get 20 leads, right? Every 10 clicks, you get 20 leads. So it depends on how much per click that you want to spend, right? You can normally start off with 30, 50. I suggest if you're an AC, HVAC company, you start off with at least 50 to 100 just to make it worthwhile. And then kind of go up from there. Auto detailing, you can spend around 25, $20 a day, not too bad. Different industries as well. It really just depends on what type of results you want and how fast you want to grow, right? And then if you go to review, you will see this campaign built out and set, right? If you have any issues, then you just go back over here and it takes you back to your keywords and ads, and it's going to show that I have too many words, I believe. Yeah, so I need 2 descriptions required. I would suggest try to fill it out as much as you can think of, as many different variations you can think of, because when you start seeing something better, you know, definitely look at it, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. I will be doing a video on keyword research and how to find these specific keywords that you would like to do. I will be linking that down below in the description. Let me know what you want to see, how you want to build landing pages, and I'll be pumping out a $10,000 a month testimony and showcase on what we did for him. So my name is Enrique Crespo, owner of EMC Marketing Service. We run PPC campaigns, web design, anything that you really think of growing your business. And if this is something that interests you and you want to us implement it for you, you can click down below, click on our website, fill out a form, and we will contact you today. Hope everyone does amazing. Hope everyone kills it with their own Google ads, and make sure you send it to funnels and landing pages and not your website.